So let's look now at how we would, instead of extracting the whole response as a string, we extract a certain part based on the JSON path of whatever it is that we wanted to extract. So say for example we wanted to extract the team name from the first team name. So we did that previously in our assertion, but we didn't actually extract it as a string. So that's how we look at how we would do that now. Let's write a test for that. So we'll say public void extract first team name. So we'll say we'll call it string first team name. So we're going to call that endpoint again. So we'll say given our spec, the football request spec, then we'll call our when. Just got on a new line here to give me some more room. So now we're going to call the endpoint again. I'll just copy the endpoint over from my notes. And this time we're going to specifically say JSON path because we want to use JSON path to extract our response, and then we'll say get string, call the get string method, and then we're going to literally say teams.name 0, so the first name that comes back from that array. Let's just print it out quickly. Oops. And run the test very quickly. So we would expect to see whole city get extracted from here and printed out. And sure enough it does. So it's taking this response and it's taking the first name and printing that out. What about if we wanted to extract all of the team names? We can do that quite simply as well. So we'll say public void extract all team names. So this time we'll go back to extracting the whole response rather than just extracting a string. So we'll call response again, response, and we'll copy that over again from here because we're just using the same code. That's fine. So again we're calling this endpoint as the same endpoint that we've been calling all along. And this time we want to extract a list of strings. We'll call it team names. It's equal to the response, which is that response here, and now we specify .path. So we could specify JSON path here, but rest assured knows that we're using its defaulted to JSON path because it's detected that JSON's being used, so we can just specify path, and rest assured does that work for us. And then instead of specifying one team, we'll say .teams.name. So this will then go through all other response and it will extract the name from every part of the teams array. So just to check that first, we'll print out every team from the array. So we'll say string team name from team names, and in that loop we'll print out each team name. Let's run this test, and when this test runs we would expect to see each team name printed out on a new line. And sure enough we do. So there's some examples of how you can extract explicit data from a response, and again later on we're going to see much more powerful ways to look up and extract exact data based on certain conditions, but this is an introduction to how to do that. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture.